The setters that made 6 to 10 grand actually had activity time of at least 5.5 hours per day. Okay.
Okay.
That was like 10%. 10% of the setters. The average setter works 2.5 hours of actual activity and revenue generating time. The average setter, because they fuck around. They'll dial for 30 minutes and they'll fuck around. They'll dial for 45 and they'll fuck around. Your follow-up will only be as good as the notes you took and how organized you are. And I learned that from Will Autumns, who is like probably the best follow-up person when it comes in sales. He worked at 7th, wasn't the best one-call closer, but he put up numbers based on his follow-up because he was meticulous with his notes and his follow-up game. So that will allow you to do that, especially on an offer like yours, Megan, where the specificity will show like the white glove service and people will like see you guys as like a premium. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with things that you're not going to do. You don't want to have all these text hacks that you're just never going to do. But on an offer like yours, Megan, like I said, separate your follow-up based on like how warm they are, where they left off, or something that's going to help you figure out what type of follow-up you're going to want to do with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because right now it's manageable. That's kind of all in my head. But as soon as I start getting more volume, I'm going to need a better system.
Thanks for the...
Hola.
Who said
Hi,
that?
Jody.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome in. What's up, Jody? Long time no see.
Hi.
How's the beef offer?
Not great.
Did you talk to Caleb?
Caleb? I don't know who that is.
Caleb, he's recruiting for an offer. I think he mentioned he reached out to you. You're the only Jody in my group.
Don't recall.
Damn
but
it.
maybe.
Maybe he spells for Jordy.
No, I think it was definitely Jody. All good. What's up, Sabrina? What's up, Gabrielle? Gabriella's in the mix. How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing great. How about you?
Good.
How's it going?
Good. Well, better now. I'll update you guys in a second. Let me just make sure everyone's here. Actually, let me text the group. So I know we had appreciate everyone's patience, like with the combination. I was at the clinic all morning. Good though. Okay, game time. We'll let the stragglers in. Got a couple announcements and we'll dive in. I will also hang out as long as we need to today. So I think Lindsay's here today. She's flying back from Italy or wherever she was. All right, cool guys. So quick announcement. What's up, Mitesh? Good to have you. Quick announcement. Tomorrow at this time, by the way, guys, I'm in Argentina. It's an hour forward of Eastern. So there shouldn't be any issues with the time zones, but I'm notoriously annoyingly bad with that, even though I have it all over my calendars. So I'll, if you guys need to correct me, feel free. But tomorrow at this time, I already sent everyone the invite. I'll make a more formal announcement here in WhatsApp. But Sam, he's been a friend of mine. I mean, we've trained together with multiple different of the same mentors. He's been in the group silently lurking for pretty much since its inception. He just landed a pretty cool trading offer, and he's been doing really well, like standing out through the interview process, through the application process. So he's shared some of his Loom videos in our community, and I've gotten some great feedback from people like you, Julia. Who said that? So we decided to bring him on as a guest speaker tomorrow. So he's going to cover all the things all about landing offers and what he's doing well, which I think would be perfect for a lot of you guys right now. It's going to be same time tomorrow. If you can't make that, it will be recorded, and I'll share the recording tomorrow evening. Any questions on that? No? Cool. We'll go into wins and stuff in a second. Second announcement. We'll likely move our calls for the month of July, or at least the earlier call. Actually, sorry, the earlier call will stay the same, but one of the later calls during the week will likely move an hour. And then Adele and Lindsay's calls are going to switch. So Adele's calls will be on Thursdays, Lindsay's calls will be on Fridays, and that will be for the month of July. We'll update all that on school, on the Google Calendar. Make sure you guys are all clear on that. Other than that, shouldn't affect any of the one-on-one students unless I need to move a couple of you guys up earlier. And other than that, we are good to go. I was at the clinic all morning with my lady. Turns out we both have it's like South America's version of Bali Belly. So we're on the mend from that. Man, just one thing after the other. But we're good. We're good. We're good. I appreciate everyone's patience. As soon as we're at the clinic, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to be here for like 3 hours, aren't I? And I was. But we're good. Got all the money buys the best medicine, so make a lot of money. All right, guys, that's all I have for announcements. Bigger group today. We got the one-on-one students, we have the group students, and we have the lovely ladies in Tulum. Let's just put you guys on. Let's spotlight you guys for a second. What's up, ladies? Y'all want to come off of mute and just what are you guys up to?
Enjoying life.
You're muted. I'm not
Living
muted.
the princess closer life that we were promised. Yeah. We're LARPing.
Just went and walked and got coffee and acai bowl.
I gotta take a picture.
Throw
of
some
this.
cat ears on,
Dope.
you know.
All right, well, give us the update. How's it been? How's Tulum?
Amazing, beautiful. This place is gorgeous, like insane. Hold on,
Yeah, you guys are all posting the same stories. It's great.
we're in the same place. Great. Well, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So-
I drove down a one-way today.
You did what?
I drove down a one-way today. That was fun.
Nice.
Maps told me to do it though.
You guys are driving down there. Oh, getting crazy. Okay.
Big honey here.
How is it? How is it? Because some 2 out of 3 of you, actually, all of you guys are kind of going through offer changes. How is it being in a closer house?
Honestly, I mean, it's the same thing in Colombia. Like you hear what everyone else's like tonality and all of that sort of stuff is. Rachel's like one of probably the calmest closers I've ever met in my whole entire life. Her tonality is insanely calm. So when you see that, and then you also know the perspective of what people are dealing with,
Yeah.
I think it maybe makes me check myself potentially, maybe a little bit. But I just think it can be self-isolating to be in this industry. So to have the opportunity to like be around people while you're also in a very self-isolating experience as far as like what we do. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. How many of you guys
Yeah.
is it total?
5.
It's 5 of you.
And then Minash is going to join us eventually.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it'd be a group of 6 of you guys.
The other girl that I'm with, she is going to join Cafe, but Lindsay needs to send her a link to join.
Hey, we're at Lindsay. Where are you? Close another deal on the plane. Make it happen. All right. Awesome. I'm going to remove this. All right, guys. Here's some wins. I know some of you guys shared some wins in the chat. Fucking June's over. 2 fucking days. What do? We make some shit happen. Y'all make some money. I know a lot of you guys cried this month. Don't worry. I did too. It was one of those. Let's hear some wins. Let's hear 3 wins. By the way, for everyone that joined in late, since we combined today, I'm going as long as we need to today. Even if that means 4 fucking hours. So start with some wins, come off of mute. You got some people that have been lurking for a while showed up today. That's always great. Sam, let's start with you, bro.
Yeah, got you sent me the Money Ripples thing, literally sent the Loom video. It took me 3 days before I made it. 5 minutes later, got an interview, second call, did the discovery, and like 5 minutes into the discovery, he's like, I don't need to hear anymore. You're good. When can you start? So yeah, well, I think I'm taking calls Wednesday. They're like piecemealing together the onboarding right now and figuring that out, listening to some calls, figuring it out as much as I can. But from the plan, it sounds like Wednesday might have to be delayed till Thursday because I don't think I have slots open anymore for Wednesday.
Let's fucking go, bro.
But it looks like I'm on their Slack channel and it looks like the new closer has gotten at least 1 or 2 deals in today. And she's like, these conversations are so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to that, to be
Let's go,
honest.
dude. That's like, that offer was made for you.
Yeah, perfect, man. I just want people with money.
Yeah, we do. Dude, good stuff. I mean, congrats. Like, you interviewed well. Like, I knew like you would do well with that avatar, and fuck yeah, man. It makes me really happy to hear that within like the interview was cut short. So congrats. By the way, I'm going to put a note down. I'm going to connect you to Hernan. He's a friend of mine. He's not in this group, but he was closing there and he was doing quite well. So, and I got him that role. So I'll strong arm him to like meet with you for like 30 minutes just to give you some nuggets as a way to say
That'd be
thanks for
great.
giving him that role. So I'll make that intro tonight.
Do you know any reason why the closers it's interesting because one of the girls that works with us as a closer, she was in one of the training videos. She was a setter there, but I don't want to reach out to her and be like, hey, why'd you leave?
Well, Hernan left just because he was juggling, I think, 2 offers at the time. And the other one just offered him just a very aggressive comp package. So he just went with that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There was no red flags on that or what I told you. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Congrats.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Hey, I want to hear from the LARPer. Yeah, man.
Who, Ashley?
Oh, Ashley too?
Just kidding. Whoa.
Meg,
We were like-
let's hear some wins from you.
I've got an 18K pay in full coming in.
Easy.
So if no one else closes before me, I'll be the first one to close a deal in Tulum.
Oh.
But everyone is hungry and killing it, so I probably won't be the first.
Yo, and Rachel's like
yeah.
10 feet taller than you thought, huh?
You know, I had met her before, so I already knew that. Jory was the sleeper. Jory is shorter than I thought. I was like, every time I'm like, you're tiny.
Yeah. Jory got that, that big energy.
She does, but she's short. Yeah. So.
All right. So you're on track to crack your first 10K month. Yeah, you earned that.
I gotta get one more deal across the line tomorrow.
You straight up earned it. I'm such a proud dad. You straight up earned it. You've gone through some shit in these last few months. So what a way! What better place to celebrate at your first 10K month than in Tulum with the homies? Good stuff.
That's right.
Good stuff. Let's hear a few more. That's all good, man. We got time today. I'm going for 3 hours. If I now call on people, let's hear from Janelle.
Me.
Where are you? Ash, your name is Ashley. You're cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Cooking up some piffs or what? Hit me with some wins, Jor.
Okay. My win is that I did the interview this morning with Laura's LinkedIn personal branding thing. Honestly, besides Aleem, the other girls on there, not good, not fun. So I think I have a pretty good shot at that one. I just sent him over like call reviews, but
yeah.
And then I just put in like not a notice on the coffee offer, but I just said, listen, like after taking 6 calls and having like 12 scheduled calls and they're all DQs and no shows, this isn't going to sustain. I'm happy to like stay on when you do scale things, but I need to also like make money. So, and I left Eubank. Obviously tomorrow's my last day. So I'm back with no offers and 0 income going into July, but we'll make it, we'll make it work.
Yeah. You'll make it.
I'll be in no time.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Ash, let's hear from you.
Gosh, I'm committed to leaving my offer.
Everyone's at max exodus on the offers, guys. You don't got to spill the details. I know. But all good. All right. How much money are you going to make this month?
10K.
All right. At least you'll come off with 10 grand, give you some breathing room. Good stuff. What a way to leave an offer. Yeah, 10 grand. I don't like you guys. Give me my money. I'm out.
Yeah, basically. Like, this isn't a line. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Give me my money, though.
Right. You've got my direct deposit still. Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Good stuff. Let's hear from Veronica or Gabriella or Aleem.
Well, my onboarding starts tomorrow, which I'm very happy about. So that's nice. And well, it's a full transition. So it's amazing because like I felt like every claw was in a different place. So now I can fully like dive into sales and have like a full focus. So yeah, but it was not a bad month. Like I almost closed half of the calls I took. So it was great.
First
not
month
bad.
of the closing, just under 50% close rate. Let's go. Now let's make 20 grand. All right.
Well,
good stuff. Let's dive in. If you guys have other wins to share, just drop them in the chat. Let's start with questions. And then if you have a call to review, pop it in the chat. Raise your little hand and we'll start with questions. And then we'll go into some call reviews. If you guys are newer to the group and you want to look at a script that you're using or work on a framework, we can do that as well. Don't be shy. Start with you, Janelle.
Hey guys, my question would be, so I took my first Zoom closing call last week and it was fine, but my mental state, it didn't go well. I have a follow-up with her on Thursday to close, but my mental state while on the call was like, oh, wait, you're closing. What's going on? You're doing this. So I just need how to coach through that because all my calls have been over the phone and like seeing the person now, then I was like, wait, I have to be in a different mental state because my mind kept going. Instead of listening, it was like, oh, you're actually on closing now. You're actually doing this. So just how to overcome that.
How to be more present?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Interesting.
And like the mental stuff that come up, like one time was like, oh yeah, you're actually on a closing call. So are you going to close her? What's going on? Is it so like those thoughts were like in my head at the same time.
So you're like, okay. So it's like, we're thinking about the outcome and we're not as present and you're normally on the phone.
Yeah.
So now you can't just like stare off into space.
Be
Huh. Okay. It's a good question. How do we be more present? Well, how many times have you ripped your closing script?
That script, I kept changing it. I was role playing it. I only role played it 3 times and I changed it each time.
Yeah. So one of the first things we want to do is just we need to memorize it. We just need to know where we're. So
Mm-hmm.
especially because like this is like your first closing role. So we just need to
Mm-hmm.
know where we're going. Like either have a framework, like meaning, connecting problem, situation, previous attempts, like something like that. Or like
Mm-hmm.
actually rip your script like 10, 20 times today and like
Mm-hmm.
know where you're going. Cause that way, like it's in your head. Like I know when I'm getting off track. I know where I need to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So start with
Mm-hmm.
that. The second thing is like, it's not like the sexiest answer. It's just like the more you do this, the more you're just gonna like get comfortable. But do you
Yeah.
do you have like a 2-3 minute like call priming ritual?
No, I just put some music on to get in like the state.
Okay, cool. Well, I either some music or like silence or maybe like a 2 or 3 minute like breath work or meditation session, like just to
Okay.
like clear your head and just to remind
Mm-hmm.
yourself like, how do I need to show up to best help this person achieve their outcomes? Those are the two things I would say. Like I also don't like making it a bigger deal than it is because it is just a conversation. Get your reps
Mm-hmm.
in with your script, rip the same script 10 times at least, and then just
Mm-hmm.
prime yourself 2 minutes before the call. Other than that, I don't want you to overthink it. Like you are a very capable closer. You just gotta take more calls.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Sam, how can I help?
Yeah, so I still want to land a trading offer eventually, but like, should I just wait at least a week or two and figure out which one of these two offers I'm going to keep and then look towards that? Or like, should I stack in a third offer?
Well, I will say getting an offer in like 6 hours, while it does happen, isn't typical.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I say that is like, still apply, but just take on these two offers right now because you actually will have call volume with these two. By the end of the week, or depending on when you start Money Ripples, by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, you'll probably know which of these two offers will make you more money. And that way you can decide if you want to cut one and free up some space to then take on one that's actually a trading offer.
Okay. That makes sense. I don't want to reach out to Nomadic and Closers IL. Those are the two, because they move quickly. Right. If I really reach out to Closers, I'll have 3 interviews by the end of the week and potentially an offer from them. And I don't.
Yeah, so I'd probably hold off on them. But like connecting with people like Sam in our community, I think Katie Hyatt is on a trading account, just like, just keeping things open that way. Sam, who's coming on tomorrow for the guest training, is, I believe, selling trading at the moment as well. There's two Sams.
Yeah. So I got a list from both the Sams.
Okay, perfect.
Of things to. So I was thinking just creating a list and then like as I get time, maybe this weekend or something like that. But I'll be working all weekend too with.
So I would say, yeah, over the weekend, actually, like I would just reach out to those types of offers now anyway. Because like it could take 3 days, 4 days to set up like an initial interview, puts you out Friday already anyway. This is a good reminder for everyone. Like sending out 3 to 5 applications a day won't take more than 30 minutes. And it's just one of your non-negotiables.
Do you think I should gear my Gamma and my Loom towards trading offers then specifically if that's what I'm aiming for? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You can always have like 2 different gammas. I had like 5 different like closer portfolios that I would send out to different offers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let me know how Money Ripples go. I'm stoked. What are the package sizes for Money Ripples?
It's 5, 10, and 5, 10, 17, and 25. But I think the 5, the other closer has been selling for 7,500 and it's been working. So technically now it's 75 is the lowest offer, but I can go as low as 5.
Yeah, I'm just going to charge more for it. I'm going to see what happens. The best.
She pulled Andres. Yeah. I think she was actually just giving him the higher price. So she had negotiation room and they just closed.
And he was like, all right.
It's like, I guess I'll just do this.
All right, I'm in. Fuck, I should have said 10. All right. Anyone have questions before we get into some call reviews? I saw Amber's call review. Amber, do you have a question? No.
No, I just wanted to make sure you saw my call review request.
I got no other questions, guys? No? Not everyone in here made 10 grand in June, so.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. I sent over like the thing to the coffee guy and he just got back to me and told me right now, like, I was really torn even bringing you on because of XYZ, blah, blah, blah. I do want to keep you in for the future. Should I just tell him like I can be kept in the system or do I tell him to totally take me off of his thing? Like, what do I do?
System being what?
Like his Slack, his GHL.
Is it gonna
like
impede you in any way?
No, like I guess more so should I tell him he could keep me on around Robin or just be like, nah, I'll come back in a few months when you're more dialed?
I don't think it makes sense to be on the round robin for you based on the numbers so far. So I'll be like, cool, man, keep me in Slack. I'd like to kind of like, keep that door open, but you can take me off the rotator.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, Ashley.
Okay, so as I'm like putting together my gamma, like I'm pulling like wins for including on that. And then when Jory had her interview today, the guy asked her for like a call that she like went to battle for or whatever kind of bullshit. Should I be putting like, obviously not like, I don't know. Should we be putting like, what kind of call should we be putting on? Obviously it's the wins, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to go like so far back because I feel like my skills have changed, obviously, even just within the last like 2 months.
Yeah.
As far as like the stuff that we've been working on.
Yeah.
But I feel like with those, because I did all of that work, like with the identity bridge, things like that in the beginning, like, and there's not like a ton of them. I'm not trying to like be crazy, but like, I didn't really have objections at the end. So I'm like trying to figure out like what kind of calls should be on if
the identity bridge was fire for you. So this is good for everyone. You don't always have to share winning calls because I actually like to see when I do recruiting, I want to see a losing call. Like, why did they lose it? Right. So you can, let's say you have 6. Let's say you put 6 in your gamma. The first 2 can be like, this is like objectionless closes. This is my discovery. Right. Challenging transition, for example. You have 2 where you're like objection handling, and you can have 2 like, these are where I lost these deals, but these are examples of like how long I sat in the pocket, for example.
Okay.
So you can showcase different pieces.
I have one that I'm thinking of that like was that one girl that legitimately was like, I don't think that I'm ready for a change after I was like digging. So I'll put that one on there. I just do like closed lost.
Yeah. Close loss. And I would put why.
Okay.
Like,
she was a bit. Okay.
Lose my train of thought. For all of you guys, when you're sharing call recordings, always either write like a one-liner or a hook or a synopsis, because like you're asking a recruiter to spend 10, 20 minutes, like give them a reason to. So add that to the gamma.
Okay.
Any other questions, Ms. Ashley?
No, I think that's it right now.
So you're not getting flown out to that team retreat? Okay.
Sensitive subject.
Sensitive subject. My bad, sensitive subject. Megan, floor is yours.
Okay, I was asking the girls this earlier. So this offer, it's like very much pipeline.
Okay. Yep.
And so, because I've taken like 40 calls. So, and it's a several call sales cycle. I have people though now at this stage where I've talked to them and it seems like they are keen on doing the strategy this year. But so there's a mixed bag of like, I have follow up scheduled because I'm doing the second call with the founder still.
Okay.
Because he's helping close people down. And then for like the remainder that kind of fallen, either like I don't have a follow up or they've just like, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to balance like not bombarding this avatar and not being like, hey, because the founder is like, you'd be surprised, like the people you talk to that like in a month or 2, they'll just hit you up and be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, fine, but that doesn't help my bank account right now. So I'm just wondering how, like, I'm providing value whenever they tell me, like, whenever I follow up, I'm like, oh, someone just went under contract in this market that you were interested, or like, I'm always giving value, but yeah, how to balance like not annoying the shit out of these people because they probably are busy.
You're like the only closer, right?
Sam just got hired. I just got Sam in. So it's like me, Sam, and another guy.
Cool. I trained Sam on. Sam's a great closer. We didn't really do much like identity stuff, but I helped him with some like pipeline management. The outbound campaign he did on his last account made him a lot of money, like the urgency one. We can look into that. But the reason I was asking is, what CRM are you guys using?
GHL.
Okay. Share your screen. Walk me through like your pipeline management, please.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm blessed. There we go.
What do you mean?
Well, I want to see.
I have my tracker. They don't really use like GHL. It's all like iMessage group chats with the leads.
And then this is.
I guess.
So what I want to see is like
What do you
just
mean?
how you're organizing and prioritizing leads, right? Based on like, okay, I got off the phone with this guy. This guy is likely to turn around in the next 2 weeks. This management is going to be a little bit different than this person. I'm probably going to want to keep warm over the next 30 to 60 days. So
Okay, how do you suggest I organize that? Because I think I might, like, I have my sales tracker and I have all my notes, but like maybe I do need better prioritization.
yeah, so that's why like, well, share your screen on GHL because your GHL with the card system, if it's set up properly, makes it really easy. And if you don't have it, I'm not gonna like make you feel bad. I'll give you things you can actually do. Look at that calendar, color coded calls. So go to opportunities. Yeah. So this is an example right here. And if you like, since you are like the main closer, like you can ask for permission to edit these. And so if you scroll to the right where it says need a follow
I need to
up,
put.
hot, not right now. These, like what you can do is you can ensure that you're just moving the cards over, and then you can actually set up automations for each one of these. You can either set up automations to be remote, or you can set up automations for emails or for text outbounds.
Okay, cool.
So,
okay, I need to do that.
Yeah, I would just go through this and just like, this is for everyone, guys. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with things that you're not going to do. You don't want to have all these text hacks that you're just never going to do. But on an offer like yours, Megan, like I said, separate your follow-up based on like how warm they are, where they left off, or something that's going to help you figure out what type of follow-up you're going to want to do with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Because right now it's manageable. That's kind of all in my head. But as soon as I start getting more volume, I'm going to need a better. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah. And then you'll like
the founder. Sorry.
Go for it.
I was just going to say the founder does a lot of email nurture, which gets a lot of things. And I think that prompts people. But I also want to do my own with my own people. So, okay, that's helpful.
Yeah. You could, like, have you set up Claude to like review and give you notes at the end of the day for your sales calls? Well, how many of you guys have set that up yet? Do I need to do a training on that? I could do a training on that.
Yeah, can you?
So yeah, but yeah, sure. Yeah. Here's what you can do. Like I'll build it with you guys. We'll set up a time for it. But what we can do is we can set up a workflow where you have Claude analyze all your sales calls and then just put it into Notion, like all like the notes from each specific call. Right. Now, I don't know if Claude integrates with GHL. I don't believe it does. But then at the end of the day, you can have that automated. So then at the end of the day, you just go into your Notion or Google Docs and you just take the notes and upload it and just copy paste into your GHL cards. And then you move the cards accordingly. That way, when you come back to GHL, you go into your pipeline, you have adequate notes for each prospect. And it's going to save you a ton of time. But then also your follow-up is going to be much more effective. So everyone's always asking me, how do I improve my follow-up? Your follow-up will only be as good as the notes you took and how organized you are. And I learned that from Will Autumns, who is like probably the best follow-up person when it comes in sales. He worked at Seventh, wasn't the best one-call closer, but he put up numbers based on his follow-up because he was meticulous with his notes and his follow-up game. So that will allow you to do that, especially on an offer like yours, Megan, where the specificity will show like the white glove service and people will like see you guys as like a premium.
Yeah, that's super helpful. I definitely need that AI training on that because I spent like an hour this morning compiling my hot list of notes. If it was automated, that'd be huge.
Yeah, We'll let me see what day I can run a training. If not, we can just replace like a Wednesday or a Monday call with just AI stuff. So let's go Yanni next.
So I have a bunch of questions, and what you were just talking with Megan actually reminded me that I have even more questions.
All I know is that I know nothing.
Yes, true. For the record. I guess my main thing right now, both with setting and closing, is I don't really understand where people have real logistical concerns and when it's just BS. For example, people that this is a very common example of people that are building courses and they want to use their YouTube to advertise their courses, but they haven't built their courses yet. And they're like, I will reach out to you whenever I build my course or a software. And they even book a closing call, but they're like, I won't be starting until 2 months from now when I have my software built up. And then I'll create my YouTube to bring leads to the system. So I usually book those people for a follow-up, but Caleb said this is an incongruency in terms of they book the call, so they want the information. So why are they saying that they are going to postpone it with a few months? So I'm trying to understand how do I know which one is it? Is it a real logistical concern and is it a smoke screen? And how do I deal with it?
It might not be either. It might just be a misunderstanding of business. And so what I would personally do with people like that is like, hey, can I share a perspective with you? Have you ever heard the saying that as entrepreneurs, we build the plane after we jump off the cliff? Have you ever heard that? Like, what does that mean to you? So as entrepreneurs, like we're figuring things out as we go because like we're always improving, but also solving problems. But this is where a lot of entrepreneurs mess up is they want to build something and then bring in all the traffic, right? What if it was the opposite? What if
That
you
doesn't make sense. So what are they driving leads towards if they haven't built the course or the system or the software already?
But here's the thing, you don't need you just need to make sales. And I can guarantee you like if you made a sale, you would build a course in 20. But it's like there's no demand, there's no urgency. Because if that was there, the course would be done by tomorrow.
Yeah, but what if they say, well, I started building my course and I'm 2 months away from actually finishing it?
Okay, but like hold on. Because we work with a lot of people like you. How did you give yourself that timeline?
Well, I've been working on it every day and I see that I still have work to do. So I think that it will take me at least 2 months.
Okay. And why does it need to be complete for you to start selling it?
Well, because otherwise, what are people buying?
Well, there's like so many ways that you can drip it. There's other things that you can supplement, like that doesn't need to be a course. But I guess like for you, like just so I understand, like why is it that you feel like you need to have this complete before you start selling it?
Well, because the idea is for me to drive leads from my YouTube channel towards my course. But if I don't have the course, am I not?
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can supplement if your course isn't finished with like extra group coaching calls, extra one-on-ones. But I think we're looking at it the wrong way. Like if you had 20 people willing to pay you $2,000 right now for your course, would you take their money and build the course faster?
I mean, probably what if I don't manage to build it on time? Then people will complain and then I'm making more work for myself.
I mean, you're making work for yourself now. The only difference is you're not making any money.
Do I do this both with setting? Like, should I set a person like this for a call with me?
With setting, you could try that on a setting call. And then you can get them on a 20-minute like strategy session and just like help them realize that. And you would like, this is what I would be doing on a call before setting up a follow-up. Cause like what I want to help them realize, like these timelines people set are like bullshit. Like, how do you know it's going to take you 2 months to build a course? Like you can genuinely do it in 4 days. And it could be really good, especially with AI and stuff now. But it's because people
What about the software?
software is a little different. Software is a little bit different. You can't, if you're selling software and you're selling something that isn't built, I don't think you can get away with that. But with the other stuff, yes. But you can also talk about, I guess with software, you can be like, but like if someone was willing to pay, like if you had an investor that said, I will give you $100,000, I will invest in your business, but instead of having the software done in 2 months, could you have it done in 2 weeks? What would you say?
This is a little tricky. I'll need to mull it over a little bit more to actually understand. Because for me, they kind of make sense.
It makes sense for people that have never started a business, right? And this is not a knock at you, like, but this makes sense for like rookie entrepreneurs. Anyone that's been in business that makes money understands that it's the opposite, right? Like you sell stuff before you have it built, because otherwise, how do you even know if the market wants it? And as soon as you sell it, all of a sudden you're like, shit, people want it. I got to make it better.
Yeah, I understand the idea of an MVP.
Yeah.
But they're paying for a course to build marketing. So they're basically paying $10,000 to build their marketing systems before they even have the product itself. Like if it was for free, I understand testing the idea. But spending time and energy and money on a course before they even have the finished product, it's a
So
little trickier.
my point is just like push back on that, right? Because like accepting a follow up in 30 days, it just seems like, I don't know, a huge waste of time. So like why else would they book a call? It's another thing to help them realize is like, well, how come we're spending time right now, spending an hour of our time to something we're not going to make a move on for 60 days versus just spending, like there's something that's like, had you want to explore this, but leaving this call with more information when you're already busy, I don't think serves you. It's an opportunity to just challenge more, which I think is your growth edge right now.
Okay, I see. Okay. Thank you.
Miss Veronica?
I just had a little bit of a technical question. I'm not sure if I'm even thinking in the right realm, but like I went again through the setting school like classes
Okay.
before I start tomorrow, and I just like I wanted to ask you, like, do you have any tips in terms of implementing like systems for a setter in order to like be the most efficient possible, and just like, do you have any training on this specifically? Like, for example, for us, you did like the Claude bot review, but outside of that, specifically for setting, like, would you say there's anything to like be the most efficient, book the most appointments, and be? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but not just about technique wise, but rather about your system behind things.
System for like organization. Yeah. Like you want to be,
Yeah, for example, that. Yeah.
like there isn't like a magic pill for setting. It's like consistency,
Yeah.
time blocking. Time blocking is really important. Like in your first week, if you can be consistent with like from 9 to 11, from 12 to 2, and from 4 to 6, you're going to dial. By Friday, you're going to realize how many dials you can do in a 2-hour session, which will help you start realizing if I do 100 dials in 2 hours, what's the likelihood that I get 5 sets? And you're actually going to be able to like measure your efficiency per hour. That's one thing you can do, right? That way you can.
And why do you recommend it in like blocks, would you say?
I think humans, for example, like are quite efficient doing the same task for anywhere from 45 to 90 minutes, but after that efficiency can wane. So
Okay.
like depending on, so I used to do 45 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, 15 minutes, or else my ADHD would lose its mind. In those
Okay.
15 minutes, I'd get up, I'd reset, I'd get a drink or something, go outside, come back. And I would just, like that's
Okay.
where my energy, my tonality then reflected like a good state. Okay.
Okay.
Your notes are going to be really, really important as a setter. Okay. Now with now there's two metrics of setting. One is like calls booked, but others is sales set. Some offers care how many calls you book. Some care how many, like the intent of those leads. So I
Yeah,
always
I'm
like,
commission only, so they only care about sales itself.
they only care about sales Excel. Cool. So that allows you to spend an extra minute qualifying, sending more resources, and then having
Yeah.
good notes in like the CRM. So if they do fall off, or if the setter or the closer doesn't close them, you actually have notes to like come back to. But this is what I mean. These are
Yeah.
mundane tasks that a lot of people just don't do. Right. And that's what,
Yeah.
like, as a setter, you can make 6 to 10 grand as a setter if you are consistent with all the little things that most people won't because they're mundane tasks.
Yeah.
So those are the things I would say. Is it mostly phone setting?
Yeah.
Cool. That text replacements, like I think Janelle posted in the chat, text replacements are
Yeah,
money.
that I have.
Yeah, that way you're like immediately right after you hang up, you have your text replacements to send them confirmation. You can have resources pre-saved depending on what they need, and then you can be like a laser with that.
Cool. Okay.
Here's
That's
one thing.
helpful.
Here's one
Thanks.
thing for you to know about settings. So Matt Ryder with Dialer.io, it's probably one of the bigger dialing softwares. They did a test on setter activity. The setters that made 6 to 10 grand actually had activity time of at least 5.5 hours per day. Okay.
Okay.
That was like 10%. 10% of the setters. The average setter works 2.5 hours of actual activity and revenue generating time. The average setter, because they fuck around. They'll dial for 30 minutes and they'll fuck, right? And that's why they just don't make a lot of money. And again, because it's more mundane tasks that
Mm-hmm.
people just aren't as consistent with. But if you can be consistent with all those things and your output, you will make money as a setter. That's the hard part, is that it's not as thrilling as a closing call. You don't get that dopamine hit. So,
Yeah.
but but when I read that study, it was fascinating because like, oh, that makes sense. So take from that what you can.
Yeah. But I am also thinking about then like allowing my other offers to maybe book like singular calls during the day so that I have like the diversity of tasks and then maybe